Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana has rallied quite substantially. I want to give you my best current perspective on the chart, on the trend. I've made a slight adjustment to the microstructure. So far, all support areas did hold. I've tidied up the chart a little bit, taken out the previous support zones that acted possibly as entry points for some of you, and they are not relevant anymore, so I've tidied it up. I've simplified the chart a little bit. And I will try to give you my best perspective currently on the Solana chart here on the 1 hour time frame. It is still a diagonal pattern that I'm tracking, but it seems to be extending. My initial target for this rally of $190 has been reached. We've been talking about that since the end of December pretty much. Or not end of December, I think it was here, rather middle to end of January when this larger degree fourth wave bottomed. That's been my working thesis for the last few weeks, really, months really, you could say, that wave 4 bottomed here on the 23rd of January and that we started a very funky, very choppy uptrend, but still quite bullish. Okay, so that's been my working thesis, that we continue to go with the trend as long as our relevant support levels are holding, and really that I would need additional evidence to say that the wave 4 here is extending. So that was the right decision, that we went just with the trend. I always prefer to do that. And you know, if the assumption is wrong, then the market will tell us very quickly. That is why we use these support zones, because if they break, the market tells us objectively, okay, something different is going on. As I always say, there is no need to impose our view on the markets. The market guides us. We just need to understand the market's language, basically. And that's what we try to do here. And I try to simplify it for you. And what we see here is that an initial 1-2 setup unfolded. That's changed from the previous updates. I had it here. And then I did have an ABC structure here with, I think, another 4-5 forecasted. But I've placed it here now. It just makes more sense looking at the proportions. So I assume we are now in a third wave rally within that larger fifth wave. After the larger fourth wave bottomed on the 23rd of January, we'd like to see 5 waves filled in. It is possible that it tops after 3 waves. So basically here, these could be the late stages, but I would prefer, based on the structure, to see 1 more 4-5 pattern to complete the structure that started on the 23rd of January. So now that we've reached the $190 level, basically, I think we are in the late stages of this run. As I said, I'm counting that as a diagonal. So this move up here in wave 3 seems to be a WXY structure from what I can see right now. And then this here in the Y wave is an ABC and the C wave is an impulse. And we completed already waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fourth wave acted as an additional entry point. Again, I removed the micro support area. However, I can tell you that as long as we're holding that sort of last swing low here at around, is it just sort of $164, $163, yeah. I would like to see it stretch a little higher, but I think it's in the late stages here now. But this is the entire box it can use basically for this fifth wave. Whereas on the larger end here, on the higher end, 230 would be quite stretched for this immediate move up. So let's see if we get there. For now, there is no indication a top is in place. Next resistance is at 205, then 215, then 232. As you can see, it reached already the minimum requirements because we have a wave 1, we have a wave 2, we have a wave 3, 4. We can discuss, maybe was the 3 here. Does it matter? Not really. And then we would be now in this wave 5, which, I mean, is guided by a trend line. So an early indication that maybe something is changing might be a break of the trend line. Well, it might be doing that right now, but I find trend lines very unreliable. It's just something as an early indicator maybe. So earliest indication that some kind of a top is in place here in wave 5 of C of Y of 3, yeah, would be a break below the last swing low, and that's here at $175 basically. So what happens then? Well, if that level is breaking, I would definitely think the probabilities have increased that we are in this wave 4. The support area for this wave 4 has to change based on the price. So if we move any higher, I would have to move it higher with the price. The support area is currently defined between $128 and $167, whereas 128 would be very deep. So I'd prefer the upper section of this support area to be tested and the price not necessarily even to break below 151. Okay, so that would be the ideal support for a fourth wave. And then a fifth wave can still happen and take the price higher. It is possible that after this top, a larger degree top is in, but I'm going to watch for a reaction in this support zone. Again, this will have to be adjusted with the price as we climb higher. Okay, so I've got these as next resistance levels and will update them accordingly should anything change. Yeah, I mean, there are additional levels we could add here, you know, but that is sort of the best view I've got at the moment. We can also check the WXY structure for fib levels, but they are all way overextended. So I think the ones I have on the chart, they make most sense. 190, you know, that was confluence target, 205, 215, 232. And I'm going to watch for a reaction. I'm not telling you the third wave will stop here, but it's likely. And then I'd like to see the fourth wave start from there somewhere in this region. Yeah. And looking at the larger degree, I mean, if we just look at the larger wave degree, then we can see where Solana is currently positioned. Bear in mind, looking at the larger degree, we also have structural resistance at around $208, $209. And as soon as this, so this is the larger degree in a weekly chart. So once this move that I've shown you on the smaller time frame is complete, it would most likely complete yellow wave 3 here on the larger time frame. I would then still prefer another 4-5 pattern. And if the wave 4 finds support, then the wave 5 afterwards could take us to new all-time highs. So that's sort of what I'm tracking at the moment. That's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.